Good morning, and welcome to my first impressions of Backpack Battles. I played the game when it originally released, but it has been quite a few updates since then. It seems to have added a bunch of new changes, and I honestly haven't done anything since then, so I'm excited to see what's happened with it. I'm going to start off as the Ranger. It seems like the pretty generic go-to, and we can see what we can do from here. Alright, so instantly we have a frying pan, which goes with a lot of the food items. I could definitely see myself going for that kind of build. So let's see if we can do that immediately off the bat. Alright, so another thing is we can combine the food items with it. And you'll see the stars means that it's getting the bonus from the item. And so the two food items will interact with each other, as well as the frying pan getting a +1 damage for each food item, meaning we're doing 5 to 6 damage, it looks like. We still have 3 gold after pulling this that we can get another item out of. Not enough to buy anything yet, but still want to see if maybe we could get... Oh yeah, absolutely. So we'll give us another +1. We don't have any resistance though, so we'll have to be careful when it comes to what we do. Let's go ahead and start off. Okay, this should be pretty easy. They're seeming to do a similar setup to mine, but ooh, they have pretty heavy damage though. Now, they're low on stamina. Yep, that's what gave us the win. So you'll notice they ran out of stamina where I was only doing the single weapon. They were doing multiple weapons. So even though they had really heavy initial damage, I was destroying them in the longer term. That's just the first round. Things can change from there. Now, I don't think we need a second pan. We're already going to be heavy on a lot of our stamina usage, but we do need more backpack space. Yep, there's that. So one thing I'd like to do, so we can definitely get the combination here. Now, is there a way I can get all of these to interact with each other? Let's see, I don't have enough money for anything. Is there a way? So, this way I can get it to work with both of these. Maybe these two interact. This gets all 4 of them. The bananas can't do anything and the onions can't do anything together yet. But maybe if I swamp the places, they'll still interact. They will. But right here, I still can't get this third interaction. But that at least gives us a good start. So this is getting a +4 right now. And I'll have a lot of stamina regen. So I'm gaining a lot of armor as well as a lot more health back. Their damage just is not up to par. And the benefit here is we're constantly having full stamina, so we shouldn't have any problems for the first little while. Get another onion. I think we need more space though. I'm gonna reserve another banana, just in case. No. So more space is definitely what we need. So we could go for something like this. These are still interacting. The banana's not getting the extra bonus here, but that's alright. I'm really liking the food setup. We're getting a lot of benefits from it. I might as well throw this in there. But we're still having low stamina usage. With all these bananas, we might even be fine with having the sword in there. But I'd just be worried. Let's see. Yeah, that changes us up to high. And I'd rather be low for the time being. We don't have space for a shield yet, so we should just keep safe. Keep what we have. I forgot to have the lucky clover earlier, but that's alright. Now, I am a little worried. The Reaper seems to hit pretty hard with her debuffs. So, even though I might start off with more damage, she had no heals, so made it pretty easy to pass through that one. Okay, so the fanny pack adds 2 backpack slots, and they trigger faster. I really like having more backpack space. I'm big on that. You don't need We don't need that because our food is already increasing the damage. And this isn't considered a food item. Oh, okay. So here we go. We can get another onion to work with the banana here. Let's see. We have $6. So if I buy this, I'm not able to buy the bag. But I would be able to get another banana if I needed it. Let's see here. I could do this. There we go. So now I'm getting pretty much every space except for right here. So the only thing I could do is turn this sideways if I could get another bag here. And then I could fit a banana like that. And then on top of that, we have all of these are interacting circularly. So they're all getting the 2 from each of them. So that's really good. We still have a little bit more money. We might get lucky on a cheap backpack slot. No, but that's fine. We'll reserve this and we'll go ahead and start off the next one. We have a pretty good setup with food. Okay, so he's going for a hero sword setup. He has a lot of initial damage, but again, running out of stamina constantly. You only have 1 banana to refill it. So even though I only have 1 weapon, I'm just constantly able to hit, where he's running out for all 3 of them. We're doing very good so far. Now, like I said, I could do the banana here, but then I wouldn't get the additional benefit from this one. So, one thing I have to consider is, I'll definitely buy this. That's guaranteed. So, we can't use an onion. We need some other kind of food. I'm wondering how risky we're going to go with it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we can do like this and then blueberry in the middle. There we go. So now this frying pan is getting the most amount of damage it can possibly get, as well as each of these is still getting the +2. All right, that's perfect. Now, the bananas in the fanny pack giving us even more stamina, so we might be able to sneak this in. How risky can we go? Okay. We have a lot of vampirism reduction. We do need to get some form of fatigue reduction, because the Reapers can really hit with their poison. So, she has some bananas. Some onion. Frying pan, kind of doing a similar setup. She has gems, which we don't have yet. Even has a mushroom. She's doing pretty good, and she's stacking a lot of poison. So I'm going to be taking a lot of damage here. Can we pull it through at the very end? Oh, that was close. All she had to do was stack up a little bit more of that poison, and I would have been done. So I'm very happy to see that. Alright, so the customer card gives us a rarity item increase. I'm not super interested in that right now. I think I still want to build up my actual amount of items. Make items trigger 20% faster. So the only places I could really do that with is my food items, because I can't add to my pan without getting rid of some of my abilities. But 20% faster, that would mean that I could have it go off more, even though I'm getting less of the food items. So 20% increase in the damage. I can do both. So let's try and make that work. Let's see here. Something like that. Now I'm missing out on this 1 star, but we're gonna go ahead and get the 20% faster pan, as well as we still have 2 gold. And all of these other food items are still activating quite often, so I'm happy about that. So let's see how this works out. I might have hurt my chances a bit, but 20% adds up quite a bit. Let's see here. Oh, quite a bit of armor though. I'm a little worried here. I'm gaining armor each fight, but I'm having to fight to get through them. Once you get through the armor though, that was quick. So the benefit of the armor is that you get a huge amount of early game armor. But once it's gone, it doesn't regen. It only does it once. So he had 60 some odd at the very beginning, and he has 2 gloves of haste on his hero sword. But again, he only has a single banana. He doesn't have a lot of upkeep like we do. As well, he really was hoping that his armor got him through the beginning, but he didn't have the damage to benefit. Okay, so this is where things can get interesting. So we have the faster triggering. Okay, so always a fan of more backpack space. Always. It just gives us more opportunity to do things. We'll do this for now. I still like this because it's the bridge that keeps it all working. But we can put this here to get 2 extra. And this also keeps our garlic down, but I think we need to have a little bit more. A carrot. Cleanse a random debuff. So that's really good. What that'll do for us is it'll give us the where we have poison, but it's every 4 seconds. So it's not very fast, but that is every 4 seconds a debuff goes down, which is more than we currently have. We have 6 gold. We'll go ahead and refresh. Ooh, perfect. Another fanny pack. So what I would like to do here is turn these sideways maybe. So these will interact with each other, and they'll interact here, but since they're both inside of these faster things, hopefully the carrot gains that 10% speed, and we can see a bit of an improvement. Another thing, we have this blueberry. So I think what I'd like to do here, get that and that. So it's still getting all the vital things, it's still bridged, and with more blueberries, the thing I like about them is they're 1 square, so we can kind of stick them into some of these weirder spots that might benefit us in the long run. We're out of gold? Okay, let's go ahead and see what happens. Ooh, lots of shields, lots of shields. Oh, I don't think we're gonna hit. Oh, we're getting a lot. That's early hitting on them. So our shields are going up a lot, but that hit we did in the beginning really saved a lot. But we might still lose. Ooh. That was too close, too close. So she had a lot of spikes. Deals 1 damage per stack when being hit with a melee weapon. So I was hitting for 9 to 10 damage to her, but she was hitting me back 7 damage when I was hitting her. And then on top of that, she was hitting me with her attacks. And she's seemingly making another one of these. Those are pretty good. Okay. Now we only have 3 more to go, and we haven't lost yet, which is very exciting. Okay, so I think what we want, 5% chance to resist poison for each nature item. Now, each of these food count as a nature. That's great. I think this is the one we want to go for. So this reduces the poison, so if we get stuck with another one of those reapers, this will do a lot of work for us. Now the shape is a little awkward. We need to figure out where we can put this that gives us the maximum ability. So you'll notice here, this gives us 5, it looks like 5 activations. Now these 2 squares to the right, where the pan is, we're not going to activate, of course, but that's not a big deal. For the amount of chance to resist for each nature item, that's 25% chance to reduce. So thorns gained, inflict 1. So if I can get a thorn, it looks like I'll deal a lot of poison. So these are really good. I still want to try and put this wherever I can. So let's see. I don't have anywhere to sneak this in just yet, so we'll leave it where it's at. We still have 11 gold to spend. Let's see here. We're going mostly for the food, it looks like. Stamina. Gain 1 max stamina. Now, we could possibly use this to get another pan in. I really like that idea. Adding an extra stamina means that we would be able to do a lot more. I'm gonna reserve that. Oh, okay, another Gain 1 spike and heal for 3. Now that's good. The problem is we're going to have to figure out how to stick it in. We could do it like here, possibly. This one's not affected by this anymore. And now keep in mind, this way, we're losing 2 now. But this is also giving us a lot of defense. I like this because it says for every spike that we gain, we're inflicting poison. And this will give us some spikes on top of that. So I'd like to get this pineapple next turn. It's on sale for gold. We only need 1 more, so I wish we could have gotten it. We might just want to grab the carrot. These gloves are still helping. I hate that this has to be right here, though. There. That would give us 4. Let's see here. So, oh, but only 3. So we can move this back here. That gives us 4. Gives us the extra activation. And we can put another blueberry here. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, and then... Do it that way. Put this here. How are we gonna fit this in? This is okay. So that gets all 5 of those. We're only missing 1 on top. This isn't getting any benefits though. Kind of in an awkward space. You know, maybe we can move this somewhere a bit more useful. Put that there. This is a bad space. I want to give this banana useful, so I think I'm just gonna put this here. This right here is limiting us. Can't put it here because of that. Bad placement for that. Okay. I like everything else except for this banana. We could get this carrot in. Let's see. Cleanse a random debuff. We really want more of those. So maybe we'll put a carrot in instead of the garlic. Still fulfills all the same things. But in this case, we can put... There we go. That gives us the 2 here. These are still satisfied. Still get this. The gloves face. This is going to go off 20% more, which is fine. Can I do this though? There we go. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. We have this reserved. We can put this here. That would give us a lot of options. Let's go ahead and start. We're going really heavy into the single pan, but I think I'd rather that than hoping that I can get a second in right now. If we get this other open spot, maybe we could get another one in the corner here. Especially since we have the poison ivy. Oh, that's going to be our first loss. Okay, so he had a lot of shields. He was throwing stones pretty consistently. I started off with some debuffs, but it seems like I was able to clear them. He did heal a lot off of this. And he had some spikes, so I don't see a lot of places that he really benefited off of it, but it looks like he might have been going for a mana build though. Absorb 1 damage, so that's another thing. He was eating some of the damage using this, and he also had some gems in his gear. Okay, so we just gotta be careful, I think. 4 backpack slots. Potions inside have a chance to apply the effect of another potion without consuming it. I don't think we want to go for a potion build right now. Regenerate 2 stamina. Now I really wanted to go for the pineapple. I think the synergy it has with the poison ivy is really good. And one thing I'd like to do is see if I can get it in here. Let's see. This is also satisfied. Getting as many things as possible is always the difficulty. Only 4 gold left. I'm not feeling the potions this run. I think we're going to try and aim more for gain some. Now, a single section might help in a few spaces. I think I'm going to still go for the bigger ones. I think we're pretty heavy on bananas. This is useful only if we can get another pan. We're really low on our stamina. Okay. I don't feel great about this, but we need to get some more gold. Oh, they're going for a double pan setup. Okay, so what we started with, they have almost exactly the same layout. But instead of using the poison ivy, they're using the leaf, which is gaining the mana and health for each nature item. And they also are healing because of their mana. We're both very well timed. This is getting a little scary. Oh, I think they got me on this one. They have more healing. That healing, I think, is what did me in. So having this Yggdrasil leaf. Oh, they did it almost exactly same layout as me, though. Okay. We're starting to get against harder opponents, though. We may need to be a little bit more careful. Okay. First things first, I'm gonna go for the second stamina sack. I really want to get another pan. If I can get one, I'd be very happy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We can do this. But we're going to have to figure out a good way to lay this out. So first things first, we need to buy it. We still have 3 left, so I could get the fanny pack. Okay, so one thing I'm going to notice is we can get some of the same layouts of the items we're using. So you'll notice here, we just have to make sure when we put items down, we're filling in around these pans. Now, one thing I'd really like is for this to be affecting both the pans, but then it's dropping off here. Okay, so let's just do a full reset. Let's really look at what we're dealing with. I want to make this a bit more squared off. I think that'd really help with us. Okay, this is much more square. Okay, so first things first, let's put these pans in a way that's going to allow them to both be activated by the gloves of haste. They're both going to lose the single star. That's fine because we're not going to go for perfect. Okay, so first things first, we only want singles at the top here. Okay, so that's going to do that for us. Okay, now to follow that up, we need something that's going to be a single here, but that keeps us going. So I'm going to go with the blueberry. We can go something longer here. That will give us the double up here, and then we can also continue it around. What I'm thinking is a banana. Now it has to be something different here. I'm thinking maybe a carrot. Now this spot and this spot can be the same item. So something like an onion, because each of these is going to be done separately. And again, here we can do a banana. It's going to satisfy both of those. And this part should be relatively easy. So single onion. Oop, onion. Do that here. And then the last thing we need is going to be, let's go for the blueberry. So this is completely covered. They're both getting the gloves of haste, but the problem I'm seeing now, how am I going to get this poison ivy in? So this is only going to get 4. Oh, but I can do this here. That gets the 5 again. Both covered, perfect. Put this in a corner. Now it says very high stamina usage since we're using 2 pans, but we do get +1 for each of these bags, Ooh, this might be a little close, but I think it's worth a shot. Let's go ahead and start. I'm a little nervous of this, but I think I like the layout. We got as much in there. Going for some goobers. I'm really hoping for these debuffs to get turned on. Oh, okay, I'm getting some spikes now. I'm getting these debuffs from her, gaining some mana. Okay, so I'm not losing a ton of the debuffs, but... Oh, my stamina, though. We still won, but I didn't love how low my stamina got. I want to see if maybe we can get some more bananas. And also, we're not really optimizing these fanny packs, getting the 10% speed. So, let's go ahead and check this out. Okay. So, something like this would be... I wouldn't give the second one here, but it would get the 10% speed bonus for the banana. Gain 1 regeneration that heals 1 health per stack. Okay, I don't really need any of these items. I don't really need the lucky clover either. I'd like more food type items. Okay, here we go. Another banana. We have enough money for it. We have to... Let's see here. We can fit a banana in quite a few spaces. Do we need another... I don't think we need any more bags because we can actually go more for food items. This gives us 2. These are wasted a little bit, but they're still gaining the food triggers. So it's already going to be a plus 20% speed. Okay. So far, I think I'm liking the layout. We still have 8 gold, so we can still kind of try for a few other things. Pineapple, I'm liking a lot. I did notice that we had those additional spikes added to the attacks. But it's a bit expensive. We want to hold off on that. We have 7 more gold. Okay, blueberry, that's an easy pick. So, this is giving us mana. If you have at least 10 mana, you get luck, which increases accuracy. But it also allows us to get another spot for our poison resistance. That's perfect. And it activates more of these. Now, I can stand this up to get another activation. And this here, I can turn sideways to get another activation. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and roll one more time. Not a good pick, but we have another banana. That increases our stamina. I really want to try and get another one of these stamina bags here, but we'll see how that goes. We only have 2 more games to win, I believe. Oh, lots of armor. And she's an attrition character. She's going to wear us down pretty fast. Yeah, look at that. All these poison debuffs. Oh, we didn't stand a chance. There's no way that our nature was going to stop it. We have 2 more wins, but also 2 more losses that we can handle. Oh, we can't handle any more of those. Okay, more fanny packs. We can afford a pineapple now, but I really would like to get a stamina bag. Okay. We don't really have room, but see, more carrots are good for the debuffs. I'd like to go more for... We're gonna sell these off. I really don't think they're benefiting us. Having these go off more often, that's 30% from the combined. Okay, let's see. We don't have a lot of options here. Another backpack space like this, we can fit it, but it's not going to give us more. Okay, like that. Another pineapple, that'll give us 20% activation. We're completely out of gold, or else I'd get another blueberry. For right here. I will reserve it though. Okay. So, we're losing 2 spots for the poison ivy, but that's alright. Alright, That's going to be good for now. Let's go ahead and send it. Oh, there's no way. Oh, 100 armor. If she can't poison us, though, we're getting some thorns on us. Her hits are pretty good. We got through her armor finally. These two are gone. But once the fatigue sets in, I'm a little worried. The poison... We're pretty well matched, but it looks like I'm pulling ahead a bit here. Oh, perfect. So it did exactly what we needed it to. We kept that poison really low. Her setup didn't seem to be perfect for poison. She was going for a lot of rubies and other gems. Okay. So we just need one more win, and we have 2 more lives. So definitely gonna grab that early. That's 3 activations, and each of these gets a little bonus. Not a potion belt. We need the stamina if we can. We have 10 more gold. Not liking our odds on getting something we need, but... Oh, okay. Here we go. More stamina, that's gonna help out. Okay, so... we can try to get... We like this carrot for the cleansing. We could put this here for the coverage. The pineapple we want to... Okay, so let's see. We want the pineapples where they're going to activate the most. So that's a great amount. So that's more spikes and healing. So that's giving us a lot of healing. 3 gold only though. Get a little regen. Heal 1 health per stack. So that's every 2 seconds get an extra. The best thing I think we're going to get. Okay, so we get a little regen unless they can sap that off of us. We're getting a lot of food items. I think this is a good setup. Okay, this looks pretty crazy though. A lot of armor. Oh, she is doing quite a bit of damage. We're not getting rid of that poison fast enough. Oh, we're going down pretty fast. Yep. Okay. So the first thing I noticed is we were stacking up poison. Our regen went away pretty much instantly. And our spikes weren't activating that often. So steal a random buff. I think she was stealing some of our spikes. And she took our regeneration pretty early. All the luck, taking the mana. Yeah, that was a good setup. So now this is going to be the one that determines what happens. Can we get... Okay. Get more debuff. Clearing items. Do we need this? 3 for a fanny pack. I feel like we're pretty good on that. We just stuff another carrot right here for more debuff. If I was to turn this sideways and this sideways, I still only have 1 space here. There's no way we're going for another pan. Stone skin. Ooh. 4 gold. Another pineapple. More healing. Let's see here. I can afford to do it just barely. Let's see here. And do it downward and like that. Activates 30% faster, it looks like. Get that more healing. I don't love that this is here, but it's activating off of 3. Is there anywhere I could fit a better item? I really don't feel like redoing this entire setup, but this is the last game. We either win or lose here. This is difficult. We already spent all of our money, so I think this is just going to be the one we go with. Gives us some spikes, so as long as they're not stealing all of our spikes, we should end up with quite a bit. And as well, we're healing quite a bit off of it. Okay, so... I haven't seen a lot of these items. These are quite a bit of new things. Excalibur, Pandemonium. We have very similar builds though, so these are upgraded versions of the pan. Oh, we're gonna be close. We're gonna be very, very close. Oh, just in the nick of time. So we'll notice here, they have the same thing. They were going for quite a bit of spikes. We ended up with a bit more. They didn't steal our regeneration, so we're getting a little bit of health every stack. I feel like they weren't going as much organized. I feel like mine was a bit more laid out. And so these, I'm wondering how you make these, because it looks like food activates inflict 1 poison. If the opponent falls below 35% health, the item triggers 100% faster. Oh, but it only activates these 3 for the poison. So wouldn't he have incentivized putting it this way in the fanny pack region? If it's all about how often it activates. Same thing here, deals more damage for each food item. But how did he get that mix? I'm not super sure. When I first played this, it didn't have all these new items. We're going to definitely take the win though. I did not feel very secure in that win. That's perfect. That went very well. I definitely think that was a good setup. I'm excited to figure out some of these new recipes. I've never seen them before. That ended pretty well. Let's go ahead and start another game. I still don't feel ready to go ahead and get into ranked yet. I think we should get a little more prepared, but I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. I've never seen this before. If the opponent misses an attack, you trigger an extra attack without the stamina cost. On hit, you have a chance of at least 1. Oh, okay, so you need mana for this. Okay, I'm not really sure, so gaining spikes could be pretty good. It's on sale. We'll go ahead and get that. Heal. Okay, so goobers can be good for healing. Oh, okay. So getting an additional amount of damage immediately. We need... okay, we need 2 of those. Alright, we only have a little bit more. We don't have room for that, so I don't really want to go for another food build after the last game. Let's go ahead and start it up. Just get some money. I'm not super confident on this. Okay, so it looks like we should be... Oh, that was actually pretty close. The poison debuff at the beginning almost got me. Alright, obviously we gotta get some more backpack space. That's pretty much guaranteed. I want to try and get another whetstone, get the sword upgrade. We can get a shield that's gonna go with the tusk, it looks like. Maybe we want to go for a bit of some defense. Like that? Okay, cool. So now we just need to try and get another stone. We still have money, so... Oh, we can't afford it, but we'll reserve it for next time. Maybe we can get something on sale? No. Okay, so this will combine this game, but this one will not. Oh, he's going for a double weapon build, but I think he can run out of stamina. Yeah, that stamina really did not help him at all. So that's one thing I really want to be careful about, is not building too heavily into stamina using items. I think he probably would have had me if he had just gone for the pan and not for the sword. Okay, so that made the spike shield. So we can move that here. Get the stone there. Reserve this. We could go for another spike shield. For every 30 shield gained, you gain another spike. On attack, gain 1 shield. So this isn't super useful, but it's not bad either. Honestly, we could have just held out and saved some money. That's okay. Gloves of Haste. I think we should go with that. So, okay, what we can do is like this. Okay, hold on. Can we... I wanted to get this sword to activate, as well as the shield, but with the limited space... It has to be... Well, I guess technically... Yeah, so we can get the upgrade. Even if it doesn't get the effect. Oh, wait, hold up. No, that's fine. Okay. So... but I still can't get that. I could... Oh, it's just not an item. How do I know if it's an item? Okay, so... in that case, we really don't have to worry too much then. We can just... go like that. Okay, yeah. But now we don't get the shield and clover. Okay. I know that took an extra little bit of thought process, but I think that's going to do better for us. So you're going for a similar. Does this give both of these an upgrade, or... I guess each of these gives a single upgrade. I'm not sure if each of them gets a combined though. It looks like only one gets a combination. He's running out of stamina, I think. Ooh, that was again way too close. So the banana was keeping him alive, but that was too close for comfort. I need some more, I'm not sure, some more benefits. Hero sword. Weapon to gain +2 damage. So all weapons nearby. But none of these are going to be weapons. So I'm not really getting a lot of weapons, am I? Oh, here we go. Okay. So this dagger can get a +2 damage. It doesn't use any stamina, which is really good. The problem is I don't get any. I gotta do that again. Let's do this for now. Okay. And see, for this one, it's only when attacked I gain 1. So this is okay, but it's not really doing much. That might have been a mistake earlier. Okay. But at least we're gonna get a little bit of shields back. She going for the food thing we did last time. It's a pretty tanky build, but nah, she's going pretty hard. Yeah, there's no chance. Yeah, so the build that we did last time is pretty much the way to go here at the early game. I won't be tempted though. I will not be tempted to revert. We're going to... I know we don't have anything to fill it in with. I know. I'm not loving this. I'm assuming this doesn't fall into the weapons category. This ranged weapon though. It's 1 gold. It does count. Okay. But it can only be thrown once. Ooh, okay. I may have made a mistake. I do not love that. We're gonna get a bunch of poison debuff. And we don't have any way to clear it. Oh, barely. Yeah, the same way I've won before. It's just that little bit of debuff. We don't deal any debuff. That's the problem. So, stamina. Destroy shields for each slot in front of it. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. I think I'm going to do a weird setup here. Okay, so that's the most I can get out of it. Technically though, I can get more if I... Alright, so that's destroying a ton of armor. Do that to get the spear ability. It's getting the 10% trigger bonus. Okay. Going to also get that. I think I'm at the most space I can use. Because I can't put these at opposite ends or else they don't get the bonuses. So not my favorite, but it's fine. For right now, this will work. This isn't gonna get that. Okay. This is awkward, but we're gonna have to go with it. I don't think there's any way we can set this up easily that's not gonna ruin the setup. I don't need it to trigger faster. I need it to... Yeah, this is not my favorite, but that's okay. This is going to destroy a lot of shield. Oh, so I can combine the whetstone again with the hero sword. The hero longsword. But I need 2 of these again. And I'm out of money. I don't love how I set this up. I did use a lot of stamina. Ooh, the damage is pretty good though. Yeah, the damage definitely made up for it. So what we need to do is... we need more stamina to make up for it. We'll do this to get the stone some extra damage. We don't have a lot of money, so... Ooh, we can go for another dagger. They're pretty much free. So, something like that with that. Getting a lot more damage. These daggers are free. We're gaining +2 damage for each of them. And until we can get another whetstone, it's fine. So... the falcon blade. Oh, interesting. So if I got another gloves of haste. Lots of defense. Lots of defense. Very tight, very tight. So he's getting his spikes from the start of battle. He got 1. But I don't see where he got his second set. He didn't gain 30 shields. So I'm wondering. I'm not sure how he got the second set. Alright, so weapons deal 30% critical damage. They remove more shields on crit. When the items activate, there is a 50% chance to gain luck. I'm not really going a nature build, so I think I'm going to go something with this piercing arrow. Removes thorns and regen from your opponent. It does a lot of damage. But I don't think the 8 to 10 makes up for it, because this is 2, 4, 6 damage right there. And then this itself is 2 to 4. So I'd actually be losing damage, but from trying to swap these out. Let's see. So I think we're going to have to add some. Oh, okay, hold on. When these items activate, you can gain luck, which increases accuracy. I think we want to go for something like this. So the weapons in front of it will deal more critical damage. This will give this an extra damage here. This itself doesn't deal damage though. I need one of the gloves. Oh, here we go. Glove of haste. So if I put this here, this will make a falcon blade. Interesting. So, I guess what I could do is I'm still getting the 3. This can still get the 1. This will still turn into the falcon blade. I can move this over. Still get the stone. I don't gain the additional 2 damage on it, but that's okay. It was so cheap. It was one of the purchases that you just get. These reapers can be deadly. They gain extra gold, which means they might have bought a lot of stuff. Reflect 2 debuffs. Oh yeah, yeah. That was rough. All those poisons, it just didn't work out. Alright, I gotta be careful. Oh, but this can't combine with it anymore to make the hero's longsword. Oh, and it loses that ability. It makes it to where it no longer makes the increased damage. That might have been bad. It attacks twice though. That's good, but I'm not sure. That might have been a bad call. So what I think I should do is I'm thinking that I want. This is rough. I'm not loving how this is turning out. Not loving this at all. Okay, so I definitely want to keep this, getting all those shield breaks. If we go against someone who's using shields, that's going to be almost a guaranteed win. This leaves us with no space. We don't have any fanny packs, so that's not helpful. Gain another stamina. Let's see. I could, if I wanted to, swap this in here. Stack this up double to get this to have the most amount of things in a way. And then because this is making the items trigger 35% faster. But this is also giving the critical damage. And these attack pretty fast. And when you stun an enemy, it extra attack. So which is better? The 35% faster or the... Wait, what is this? Item activates 66% chance to gain mana. If you have at least 10 mana, you deal 2 damage instead. But this says it does something. Spectral Dagger. Now earlier there was the guy who had... Let me just test something. So it only affects 1. So that's fine. And whenever these activate, it gives a chance to have that. That might turn out well. I'm not sure yet though. I'm really not having enough food though. So unless I can go full dagger build, it may not be worth it. Okay. Chance to crit. Oh, but my spiked shield. Does this? Okay, it only blocks 1. Okay. So now if they don't have shields anyway, that's not changing anything. I'm not loving this setup, but the alternative is I block 2 items, so I don't want that either. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, but we don't have the hero sword anymore. So I was thinking if we put the hero sword above the stones, that'd be really good. But we can afford to buy the bag of stones, and it has 2 slots for the stone throw. See, this is difficult. Okay. So, something I'm thinking about. Alright, so these stones can crit. This will still upgrade. Okay, so these 3 are still activating faster. I'm getting this stones above. Oh, okay. So not great. But that stone's gonna give you increased damage. Oh, I am not loving this build. Yeah, I think I could have done a lot better. He's going more armor based, but see, with this I'm destroying his armor. So that's a huge point. He's going for a very heavy armor build, but this spear is just ripping through his armor. Yeah, that wasn't even a challenge. I built up to that 10 mana pretty quickly. So, the Spectral Dagger. Use 1 mana to attack health directly and deal +7 damage. So, I don't have any mana generation. Maybe I need to get another one of those orbs. It's gaining the abilities of this. I need another bag. 2 rounds. I don't have time to deal with 2 rounds. So, and none of my stuff seems to interact with each other. This gives me the extra step on the spear. That's fine. I still have 8 gold. Another whetstone. I could put that here to get the extra damage. Okay, so the mana orb's here. I really needed to get more mana. That's gonna help a lot with the Spectral Dagger. So I'm definitely buying that next time. But I could also upgrade another dagger if I can get a 3rd of these. We could go pretty heavy into Spectral Dagger. Okay, I'm not loving the Reapers. They kind of scare me. He's ripping through me pretty quick. Oh, it's always so close. I have 1 life left. We're not doing great. So what I notice is the sapphire, so the gold, all items are slower, so that's 8% slower. Items are triggering faster. Emeralds. More fatigue and poison stuff. I'm not set up for attrition, it seems. I'm really not, so... Okay, so that's giving me a lot of mana, and it lets me attack health directly. And if I can get another one, I'll combine it with a dagger. What I'll do here is that. Okay, so this is gonna grab the extra damage. Oh, another dagger though. Definitely gonna buy it, but I can't afford this. Okay, how am I gonna sneak another dagger in here? So we can lose a little bit to get it in. That's an extra 2 damage, so if I put it here, I'm losing 1 damage from the dagger here, getting the whetstone, but I really just don't like this build. I think I should have gotten a little bit better with my layout, but I'm really not feeling this. It's okay. We're fine for now. Okay. So because we have this here, I'm going to leave this here for this round to get the mana. That way I can activate the spectral dagger, but next round I want to buy the mana orb, get another spectral dagger, and then I'll still have the mana orb to keep everything rolling. We can go for a pretty heavy build. We're still low on stamina because we're really not putting that much usage. All these daggers don't use stamina. But I'm still not feeling great. Oh, Christ. Alright, so all of her armor is going away pretty fast, but she's just stacking up a ton of poison on me. I'm not doing enough damage. Nope, that's going to be it for me. Yep. I didn't love the build. I should have spent a little bit more time with it, but that's alright. That's alright. You can't win every game. Well, that was pretty good. I'm very happy with how well I did the first game. The second game not so much, but you know, for the first time really playing it, that's to be expected. Alright, well, thank you for joining me. This was definitely a very interesting game, and not like a lot of the things I've played before. And now we're going to move on to the review. Alright, so we've gone ahead and played a couple games. I want to go over the review section now. So the first thing I noticed about the game is the art is very nice. It's to the point. There's no major things that look off. I like that the items in the inventory are quite straightforward. They have good texturing. I never had to question what an item was. When looking at it, you can tell what you're looking at, which is always good. Something I noticed too is it's just innovative. It's definitely different than other games I've played. I grew up playing a lot of games like Path of Exile, Diablo. Inventory management was a very key factor in games like that. So turning that inventory management feel into a game was definitely a very cool aspect. Something I would like to see for the game would be possibly a story mode or some form of expansion on the single player aspect, where you could possibly build out more specific builds, and also, you know, remove some of the luck that may come into it. You could go more for a Slay the Spire type interaction. The length of the game, I think, could be pretty much endless. Obviously, when it comes to different things such as playing ranked or unranked. Your skill level is going to manage a lot of what you do in the game, as well as upgradability and things like that. So adding the option to buy new customizations and, expand the current selection of, things that you can do, but also adding new options would be a great addition. And I think it'd be relatively easy. Different outfits are obviously something that you can, just draw and then swap in. So that would be a good way to add replayability to the game without adding more depth. But the next thing I'd like to go over is the ease of access to the game. How difficult it was to pick up and start playing. It was very straightforward. It's not graphically demanding, so there was no time when I had to mess with any settings or change anything. It was the game booted up, and I got straight in and started playing. Something I'd like to go over is also that this is a demo, so currently it's not a full release. It's still able to be wishlisted, which I definitely will be. So currently it's free. I'm sure the full release will be, I'm not sure, like $10-15, which I think would be very fair. It's definitely a fun game. It's definitely fun. The thing I would find frustrating as a new player or someone trying to get into it, not at the beginning, will be once there are min-maxed or more correct builds. I could see that becoming frustrating for new players, where when you're in the learning phase, other people kind of have it figured out, so you're going against people with stacked out builds. And like my frying pan build in the very beginning was very powerful, so I could see if that was something that was, let's say, the best in the game, and some new player starts, they may not know that. But because of that, it does lead to a lot of options, such as I haven't tried the piggy bank or the amulet there. There's a lot of things I haven't tried that may be even more powerful. And so I could see that being frustrating, but also it's incentivizing to get excited about new things to try out. The strategy aspect definitely encourages trying out new things, and oh, hey, maybe this one wasn't perfect. I could try it a different way. And I feel like it's not boring to sort through your inventory. In certain games, it can be boring where you're just spending half your time organizing and getting things in the right place, because it's a end to a means of just selling the items. But in this case, it is the game itself. So it makes it a lot easier to enjoy the process of moving items around and trying to get that perfect layout. And it never feels overwhelming. Even when you have a bunch of items, I feel like it's still pretty easy access. One thing I would like to see is a bit of a tutorial or some form of explanation. When you first go in, there's nothing. You click new unranked game and you're straight in. And, of course, I'm an adult who can read pretty easily and understand what each item does and the implications. And I've also played video games for 20 years. So for me, understanding the movement between a item and another item is pretty straightforward. But even something simple like putting the whetstones near the sword to upgrade it, I could see that becoming confusing for a newer player. So I would like to see a tutorial or some way to understand why we're doing certain things, but I don't think it's impossible to understand. So overall, I very much enjoyed my time playing. I do think that I will be coming back for the full release, and I would absolutely recommend this game for newer gamers who are trying something simple that doesn't take a lot of time to get used to and get into, and as well as people who are competitive and want to maybe play something that requires some thought and can spend a couple hours just goofing off, and it's not per se something you have to spend days on days getting used to and getting good at. Thank you for joining me for my first video, and I hope it was informative but also entertaining. If you have any recommendations about other games I could try out, please let me know. as well as letting me know if I did anything right or wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of things I can learn, and if I come back to this game, I will definitely have a lot of new build ideas.